Minnesota would win its 7th game of the year. Northwestern would get that all-important 6th victory. This could be their best shot with Illinois on the road next week. Minnesota, Northwestern right now. Jack Kaiser, Matt Millen, and Sydney Supley on the call.
The following is a presentation of the Big Ten Conference.
On a brisk Saturday in Wrigleyville, Chicago's most iconic sports venue welcomes football. A second straight week at the friendly confines for Northwestern fans. And even after a stinging loss to Michigan last week, it's a place you always just want to come back to. A perfect stage for football. On the Big Ten Network, sponsored by Marathon, bringing Northwestern and Minnesota fans alike. The Golden Gophers traveling south for a critical game late in the season. Northwestern 1 win away from a bowl game, while Minnesota trying to round out the season with its first road win of the season. What a place it would be to do it. It is so great to have you with us. Jack Kaiser, Matt Millen, Sydney Supley down on the sidelines in just a moment. There's not many things that just take your breath away. Wrigley Field in football does just that.
Well, you have an iconic venue. It doesn't get much better than this. And then you have a rivalry game. That means something. This is one of those things that you're looking forward to. I've been looking forward to this one for a while.
No doubt. It's a perfect place for Big Ten football, which means ground and pound. Today's Built to Work, brought to us by UKG.
Well, this is a strong offensive line on both sides of the team and a strong defensive front on both sides of the field. But when you start looking at the run game, Komalafe and Taylor are two of the guys. I mean, they're it. And they will do as well as their offensive line does, which turns it over to the defensive front. If your defensive front is going to play well today, these guys will have a say in that.
They have to have big games today. Minnesota defensively, their pass rush has been elite this season, leading the Big Ten in sacks with 33, and Anthony Smith, the best of them all.
Yeah, Anthony Smith's having a phenomenal year, and he does it two different ways. He can beat you with speed, but he can also beat you with power to speed. So if you're going to have one-on-one him on the outside and just think that your tackle's going to be able to handle him, he'll get you with speed, and then sometimes he'll power through like you saw right there. He's an outstanding player, and they're going to need him today if they have to rely on that run game.
No doubt. Smith in that pass rush. Today's Built to Work, brought to us by UKG. Mac Uline, terrific last week against Michigan. The defense played well. 5 takeaways against the Wolverines. Offense just couldn't close it out.
Mac Uline's a leader. Mac Uline's a guy who's intense, he's intentional, and he is focused. I had a great conversation with him the other day. He is the guy that leads this defense. Fitzgerald in the secondary, excellent guy. They bring him down a lot. They'll give you that 8-man front. We'll see a lot of that today with this run game.
No doubt. That's Matt Millen. I'm Jack Kaiser. Let's say hey to the third member of our team, Sydney Supley.
Thanks, Jack. I have some extra friends here. It's a special day at the ballpark today where we're blessed to play some football. You guys said it best. The defense is both of these team strengths. And for Northwestern, they're going to have to do it without one of their key defensive linemen. Aiden Hubbard, one of the team leaders in sacks and tackles for a loss. However, Michael Kilbane has been primed for this moment. He's a true junior who's having his best season yet. And when I talked to head coach David Braun, he said he feels like this will be Kilbane's breakout game and could lead to him being one of the faces in the Big Ten next season. And for Minnesota, we recently learned about 2 of their defensive players who are out. Defensive back John Nestor and linebacker Devin Williams. The 2 of them have combined for over 100 tackles this season. But as Minnesota's defensive coordinator would say, this defense will run as one unit no matter who is on the field.
Critical injuries for both teams, but this late in the season, Matt, got to play through it, find a way to win.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're going to line up somebody. You got to beat somebody.
Here we go from Wrigley Field. Northwestern will have the ball first, going for a critical win to get to bowl eligibility in 6 wins on the season. Preston Stone leading the Northwestern offense, the transfer from SMU. Matt, this week the theme for Stone has been positive urgency. He cares so much that sometimes his focus and energy will dip if he makes a mistake. He has got to play loose today.
Yeah, for him, all he's got to do is find the open receiver and get the ball to him. You really want to make it as simple as that.
Out of the pistol, play action. And Stone rolling right, throws over the middle and connects with Hayden Elegon.
Should have let the ball come out a little bit sooner, but right on the money, the nice throw. I think you got Elegon down.
Yeah, incomplete, and Elegon is injured. Sydney just highlighted all the injuries for both teams. This would be huge for Northwestern, already down Drew Wagner, who is their second leading receiver on the season. And Elegon expected to step into that role today.
He must have dropped it because it looked like he had it when he came down with it.
Right.
Then when he hit the ground, it must have come out.
Timeout on the field.
So on the first play for Northwestern,
that is
Elegon hit on the catch.
Here's the throw. Here's the catch. He catches it away from his body. Nice, has it there, and then yeah, he dropped it when it hit the ground.
All right, Hayden Elegon, first play for Northwestern. Hit going to the ground and now going to the 10. Expected to be the #2 target for a passing offense that has struggled. We'll keep an eye on Elegon, but a critical injury to start. The pass was incomplete. First run for Caleb Komalafe. And darts ahead for 4 or 5 yards.
And that's what this offense really is about right there. You just saw this offensive line in unison and then Komalafe behind him. And he's got very good vision and really good quick feet, so he can change directions inside really well to find the gap that's there.
Behind an outstanding offensive line, one of the best in the country. Minnesota knows they have their hands full today with what Northwestern can do, pushing guys around in the trenches. Didn't do it last week against Michigan. Third down, and a connection with Griffin Wilde, the #1 receiver for the Wildcats, who's been terrific this year.
Yeah, nice job, and that's a timing throw. And Wilde on the break perfectly, and the ball is right where it needs to be on the money. A nice protection, ball's coming out quick. Wilde with a nice, just a little out route, but he made sure he get the first. Well done.
No team is more reliant on one receiver in the entire country than Northwestern with Griffin Wilde. 37% of the team's receiving yards this year. And a flag, our first of the game.
False start. Offense number 75. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Yeah, it's interesting. So even the smartest
first
guys still can't count to 2.
It's on Martez Lewis, the right tackle. Just a little flinch.
Yeah. Well, he went on 1. He called it on 2.
That sounds like the inner defensive lineman.
That's what I'd be telling him right now.
Robbie Preckle in the backfield. Fake it to him, throw over the middle. And it's Wilde once again with a catch.
Nice. Really nicely done. In front of the corner, just behind the safety. Safety drops down. I mean, it's not like this is speed or anything. This is what you're going to find is just really good hands and a good understanding of the passing game. He knows where to find the holes. They're playing a zone. You sit down right there. You can see Wilde, the percentage of the plays that he gets.
You can view that as a good or a bad thing. He's been really productive, but the pass game may be a little too reliant on it. Big hole for Komalafe, and it's shut down very quickly. Emmanuel Carmo came flying in for the tackle.
Yeah, you said it right. Carmo did a phenomenal job to close that gap. And this hole was wide open. We could see it from our vantage point here. And look at that. There's a big hole. And from inside out, here he comes. Well done.
10 tackles all season for Carmo. Linebackers are going to be pretty important today.
Yeah, always. They always are. They control the game, really. You're controlling the front. And then you have your responsibility to fill your gap. And if you don't, you get in trouble.
Komalafe, patient, has the vision, breaks it loose down the sideline.
point, Jack, you and I right here, you can see the hole to the left. And it's a lot easier for us to see than it is when the running back's right up there. You're going to watch it to the right here. He's going to see it, and it's just going to come sticking right back the other way. Yeah, and then it's just speed, and they didn't have anybody to catch him. The only critique you could have of that run is when he gets in the open field, put the ball in the other hand. That's it. But it's 6 quick.
Nearly flawless from Komolafe in the run game.
Well, they came here saying they're going to run the football, and they came out and did it.
Extra point added by Jack Olson. Out to right field. Caleb Komolafe went from off the radar to one of the best running backs in the Big Ten this year. He's making the jump from year 1 to year 2 within a season. 10 touchdowns for Komolafe, and Northwestern up 7-0.
Underwood and Michigan.
And here come the Wolverines.
Look to keep their playoff hopes alive against Maryland.
Maryland's defense is teeing off.
Today at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific on the Big Ten Network.
Wrigley Field opened in 1914. First time that Northwestern played here back in the 1920s. 8th all-time football game at Wrigley Field. Northwestern's 5th game over the last 3 seasons at Wrigley. They were here last week, a gutting loss to Michigan. Lost by 2 on a last-second field goal. How do they answer? Opening touchdown drive.
This is a well-coached team. Really well-coached.
Return from Minnesota. And just past the 20, it'll be the first offensive possession for the Golden Gophers. Look at our scoring drive sponsored by Marathon. 6 plays, 75 yards, 46-yard touchdown for Caleb Komolafe. He has been so good in the second half of this season.
He has been reading his line properly because Carcello and Berenson, they opened a massive hole on that left side. He just took advantage of great vision.
Now the first time we get to see Drake Lindsey, the redshirt freshman, today. He doesn't have a huge arm, but it's an intentional arm.
And he sees the field well. So his whole thing is about decision making.
The carry for Darius Taylor snuffed out by the Northwestern defense. He's been accurate, and for the most part, Lindsey has taken care of the ball this year.
Yeah, and I mean, don't forget he's a freshman. It's not an easy thing to do to come in this league against these defenses. He's getting a lot of things that he's never seen before, but he's a fast learner. He's a smart guy. And you can see through the tape, you can see how he's gotten better as the season's gone on.
Empty backfield now. All kinds of motion. Got 5 receivers for Minnesota. Second down. Pitch it short. Here's Darius Taylor, the most dynamic playmaker for the Minnesota offense. Just short of the line to gain.
So smart. Best coaches in the league will find a way to get their best players the ball. And so he has good hands. He's a good runner. He has good vision. So use them in combination, and that's exactly what they're doing.
You saw the different receivers in this Minnesota lineup. Not a ton of multi-year productive guys, but solid guys on the outside. Third and short. And whistles blow, got a flag.
That's against the offense.
False start. Offense number 8. 5-yard penalty. It's 3rd down.
Jalen Smith, the redshirt freshman receiver, with a critical penalty. 3rd and 6 now. Very different.
Completely different.
Minnesota's running game has been not great this year. Last in the Big Ten in rushing yards per game. Most likely having to go to the air now. Lindsey, hang to the pocket, down he goes. What a start for Northwestern.
They need to get the ball out faster, and that had to come out in the flat. That was the only thing that was open. And then Kilbane looks like he got in there 47, you're going to watch it. Oh, working against the guard. Nice job on power. He went from pure power to more power and then came back to the inside. Really well done.
How about Kilbane making an impact right away with Aiden Hubbard, the top pass rusher, out for Northwestern. Kilbane with a sack on the first drive.
That was a leverage sack. He just powered through him.
It was a low line drive punt with Chase Farrell deep to receive and out of bounds. The Wildcats were gutted after last week. They're back at iconic Wrigley. Hard to beat this late in the fall. Northwestern up 7-0. Today's Impact Players sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance, simple human sense. Already seen a lot of Griffin Wilde on that first drive for Northwestern. Darius Taylor going to have a big day for Minnesota.
Yeah, he's going to have to, and that's going to come down to that offensive line. And Nancy Smith on the other side of the football, we've already seen what he can do. And then Mac Uline, he's the core of that defense. So they got the players to be able to handle the workload. Northwestern back to it.
Fake it to Komalafe, 46-yard touchdown. The last drive, what a catch. Wilde climbing the ladder with a flag coming in behind the play.
That's going to be holding.
Holding. Offense number 72. 10-yard penalty. It's still first down.
Goes on Caleb Tiernan, who is going to play on Sundays one day. Got caught for holding here.
Yeah, and you're going to watch him right here. And the problem is, he just snapped him down. That's a questionable call for me. It's a nice catch. It's behind him, and he went up to have to snatch it out of the air. But it's negated by the penalty. Tiernan's probably their best player on that offensive line. He's a big, tall guy. He's 6'7" and 3 1/4. Got an NFL body, and he'll be able to prove it at that next level.
I think we have a clock issue going on right now with, as it stands, under 9 to go here in the first quarter at Wrigley.
It's like about the bottom of the second. What you think?
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 9:27. Play clock at 25 seconds, and both will start on my ready for play signal.
Now it's the top of the second.
Go back to the top. Yep, you got it. A beautiful day today, isn't it?
Perfect. Late November, mid-40s. That's pretty good for Chicago this time.
Yeah, no wind. That's shocking.
It's a light breeze out to right. Joseph Hyman in the game for Komalafe. 3 receivers right. And Stone will keep it. Pointing for a block, and Stone scampers out of bounds. Sydney has an update on Hayden Elegon.
The block you just saw by Elegon, he is now back into the game. He went down on the very first play, spent a few minutes in the tent, and then was brought out by the trainers. He did a series of sprints, jumps, cuts before flashing them a big thumbs up and joining his team back on the sidelines.
Massive to get him back out there. Zach Lujan, offensive coordinator, wants to get him the ball more this game. 6'4", big target to go with Wilde. Second down, Stone. Wilde once again.
Nice by Wilde. He came back. He was covered. He came back to that ball, and that's the only reason it was a catch. If he doesn't do that, it's just going to be an incompletion or knocked away. Well done by Wilde. Nice protection. The ball's out. Now watch him come back to the football. See that? He had the inside position, Parrish.
Coy Parrish, one of the best safeties in the Big Ten, maybe the country, with tight coverage, but Wilde and Stone at least set up third and manageable.
It's there and man.
Another flag.
Rule number 1 in all of football.
Prior to
Don't
the ball being
beat
snapped,
yourself.
Ball starts. Offense number 80. 5-yard penalty. It's still third down.
Drive started with a holding, now a false start. 3rd and 7, there's so many options. 3rd and 12, not quite as much.
You're going to change your defense as well. You're going to sit in the zone now. They're in man here. Elegon just, heck, he hardly even moved, but he did.
A little rare for Northwestern, one of the least penalized teams in the Big Ten. Just 30 penalty yards a game.
Yeah, see there, you can see they're in quarters right now. Quarters are covered 2.
Darted long, Stone. Over the middle, pass complete, right around the yard marker.
Ooh, it's close.
Hunter Welsing got very close. Decision time for David Braun on the second drive for Northwestern.
He's got to take a shot. Nice protection again, and the ball's right where it has to be. Welsing stumbles forward, gets it short by about, well, I don't know, maybe about a foot. See what this offensive line can do up.
They snap it to Albright, who went under center, and they got a great push. First down, Wildcats behind that rugged offensive line.
Yeah, that offensive line is handling that defensive front, Minnesota, pretty easily. Yeah, they just kept, and then they kept on mauling them. Good job.
You think David Braun was ready to go for this one?
I think he might be a little fired up. I like Dave Braun.
What a conversation we had with him yesterday.
Yep.
He loves this team so much.
And he loves the game. That's what I like. He loves the game.
Hyman weaving ahead. Another strong carry on first down. Northwestern pounding forward.
This offensive line is just mauling this defensive front. And this is a pretty good defensive front.
Yeah, it's a defense that, you know, against the run, giving up just 115 yards a game. Those are good numbers. Top half of the Big Ten.
I mean, they're not a bunch of stiffs, but they're getting handled pretty well by this offensive line.
Oh, it's a flea flicker. Blown up initially. Stone able to get rid of it.
Great job by Stone. I mean, great job.
He's out.
Let's see if you're going to call intentional.
Did he get out of the pocket?
Got to be outside and at or beyond the line of scrimmage. The ball has to be. So there, see if he drops a flag.
There is no foul.
There you go.
Intentional grounding. The quarterback was outside the tackle box.
There you go.
It's an incomplete pass. Second down.
That's really impressive from Stone, able to get it away.
Yeah, and he's exactly right. You have to be outside the tackle box, which is right here and right here. And he does, clearly gets out of him. And then you have at or beyond the line of scrimmage, which he does.
Anthony Smith, Jackson Howard bringing the pressure to force the chuck from Stone. Another conversation.
A Stone thrower, huh? That's what I heard you say.
Stone's throwaway.
Now he's dropping it.
Okay. Changed their mind.
Correction. The quarterback relinquished possession of the football. By rule, he cannot legally ground the football. Huh? Intentional grounding. Offense. Lost it down.
We got to get Mike on this one. What was that?
Good decision by the crew, because the college rule is that if only the person that can get outside the pocket and throw the ball away is the player that originally receives the snap. Once he hands the ball off, pitches it, that person does not have the ability to throw the ball away. So after discussion, a very good decision.
Ah.
So because of the flea flicker, that changed everything.
That's why Mike's here.
Great to have Mike Pereira with us, as always, today. 3rd and 14 now. Stone, plenty of time, throwing for Wilby. Huddleston,
Great throw.
and a flag in there as well. The timing was gorgeous.
I don't usually hear gorgeous on a football game, but I'll take it on that play. That was a phenomenal throw and a great catch.
Pass interference. Defense. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
Precise route from Wilde.
Yeah, it's a good route, but the coverage is really, now he held on to him there. Good coverage, but the ball is right where it needed to be. The only spot it could be.
Jayonte McMillan with the little tug. And when Stone is acting like that, talking a little bit of trash, starting to feel himself, that's when he's at his best.
Parrish is one of those guys that you like. He jumps off the tape. He's one of those guys that he's very active. He's another guy who's controlling the defense. You know, he's always talking and all that. But he comes ready to play. I like those guys.
Made so many big plays already as just a sophomore. Parrish has been terrific with this Minnesota defense. And one of the best safeties in the Big Ten. Preckle back in the game. Down goes the center.
The funny thing about the center, you can't run the play without him.
Jackson Carcella might have sold it a little bit.
Offside. Defense number 91. That 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Devin Eastern overambitious.
Yeah, let's take a look at this.
Correction,
Does he
second
get
down.
an Academy Award? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Smith just trying to kind of calm down and move when the ball moves.
No doubt Smith is the leader of that defensive line. Can't be giving away free yards to a Northwestern offense. It's gotten off to a great start. Avoiding the free rusher, Stone pointing, rolling, throwing, incomplete. And a flag comes in. Wilde draws it again.
That was a good job by Stone to get out of there and then put the ball where it needed to be.
Pass interference. Defense number 13. Ball in place of the spot. The foul includes an automatic first down.
Mike Gerald called for part of a banged up secondary for the Golden Gophers.
There's the throw, and it's an accurate throw. Gives him a chance. You got to run to it. Oh, he yanked him to the outside. Yeah, that's a good call.
I don't think he was catching it anyway.
Yeah, you might be right.
A little bit high from Stone. Penalty helps him out. Northwestern driving again. 46-yard touchdown from Komalafe on the first possession for Northwestern. Hyman with a little cutback in a minimal gain. Northwestern does such a good job staying ahead of the sticks, even with some penalties so far today. And Minnesota cannot afford penalties on the defensive side.
And Minnesota could really use a lot more offensive plays than just 3.
You know, both teams are similar, but this is definitely the formula for Northwestern. Shorten the game, run the ball.
Control it. Control the clock. Yep, you're right.
Under 4 minutes left in the first quarter now. Second straight week at Wrigley for Northwestern. Throw outside and way off the mark. Timing out there with Elegon, who got held up by Jim.
Right to left, whatever he wants to do. So nice job by this offensive line.
They weren't very pleased with the way they played last week. Now, Michigan's got a good front, but they thought their physicality lacked compared to previous weeks. Anxious to get back out there. Here's Stone. Third down, still plenty of time. Over the middle, got his man.
A lot of time. A lot of time, nice pocket. Ball is right where it had to be, just over the fingers of the middle backer. You know, watch this thing. They look like they're in man. They are in man, and they were one free underneath. Just missed it. He might even hit that. Let's see if he hits this thing. Yes, he did right through his hands.
Matt Kingsbury had a chance.
That's right through his hands. Jeez, close him quicker. Nice catch. Yeah, can't ask for better than that.
Elegon sets him up. Komalafe is drilled. And holding Northwestern to a field goal here would feel like a win for the Minnesota defense.
Oh, yeah.
This was a problem last week for Northwestern, capitalizing in the red zone.
You're gonna watch this. Just they stuffed that. So what happened? They got beat at the line of scrimmage that time. Minnesota came off the ball and they were lower. Low man wins in football. And down there, they got no room. And then the backers were able to make the play.
Maverick Baranowski came in, the heart and soul of this Minnesota defense.
And probably an all-time name.
Perfect.
Maverick Baranowski. Oh, he's awesome.
Throwing to Elegon. And the flag comes in, going for the back shoulder.
Pass interference, offense number 80. 15-yard penalty, replay second down.
It's on Elegon with the push-off.
Interesting. Yeah, let's see if we can see a push. Yeah, not the best look was at the end, but
you saw Gerald fly back.
Yeah, you did. He would have had to have been with his right arm. And if he's going to make that push off, you better catch the ball.
Well, again, red zone issues continue for Northwestern. Held to 3 field goals last week.
That was they've been getting killed in the red zone.
Ryan Bowe in the game, running quarterback that has not been used very much this year by Northwestern. They said they want to get him involved in the red zone this week just for a different look. Try something different. Able to pick up some positive yards, and back comes Stone for third down.
Yeah, and it's third goal, so they're going to have to throw into the end zone. I guess they don't really have to, but you want to get 7 out of here instead of 3. But you want to get at least some points here.
Going to be challenging 3rd and 11. Goal to go. Empty backfield. Stone going to the end zone up top. It's caught, but out of bounds.
Incomplete. Let's see if he had 1 foot in before the other one was out. That's a heck of a catch there. Really small area to see. Let's see. That's contact before. No, he's out. He's out completely.
Zaquan Bryant had it blanketed.
Yeah.
And Ricky Amarazi unable to get that toe drag. So Northwestern will settle for 3, outgaining Minnesota so far 150-3 in the first quarter.
Sounds better if you say we've had 153 yards of offense in the first quarter.
Got to delay a game here.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
A little sloppy from both teams.
Yeah, a lot of flags today. Yeah, a couple. Mostly on the offensive side of the ball.
That'll push it back to a 34-yard try for Jack Olson.
Maybe a better angle.
He's been awesome. 14 for 16 this year, and he drills it right through. All Northwestern here in the first quarter. Perhaps taking the red line to 6 wins and bowl eligibility. Football on the Big Ten Network is brought to you by Marathon, official fuel of the Big Ten. And by Auto Owners Insurance, simple human sense. Feels like everybody in this area grew up wanting to play for the Cubs. Apparently, Danny Collins didn't get the message. He was actually a White Sox fan growing up.
At least he's got a Bears helmet on. You got to give him that.
Yeah. Chicago area native. Northwestern off to a great start playing at the friendly confines. Minnesota back to it. 3 yards of offense so far, 150 for Northwestern. Oh, it's broken loose.
He's got a shot.
Coy Parrish.
It's an angle.
Down inside of the 5. Luke Akers saves a touchdown, but one of the best playmakers in the Big Ten has Minnesota in a great spot.
That is a great angle taken by the punter, Akers, kicker rather. Yeah, he's off to the races right here. Now he sees it. Now go. Now he's got one guy to beat, and this, his only friend, 11's friend, is the angle, and you have to calculate that on every step. And he did an outstanding job on it.
Would have been Perich's first career return for a touchdown. But the kicker, Luke Akers, saves it. We'll see if Northwestern can pay it off, holding Minnesota to a field goal. Taylor the carry, met immediately, and a 2-yard gain. Mac Uline, no surprise in the tackle.
Yeah, Mac Uline, he got drilled on that. He came from a place of no power. Sometimes as the linebacker, if you're starting to move laterally and that running back is going forward, you're gonna take a little bit of the damage, and he did on that one, but at least you got him to the ground.
You don't have to snap it before the end of the first quarter. And they won't.
That is the end of the first quarter.
All right, quarter dominated by Northwestern. Minnesota gets some life right at the end. Wildcats going for their 6th win in bowl eligibility. Minnesota looking for a bounce-back win and their first on the road. Start of the second quarter at Wrigley Field. Sydney caught up with Northwestern head coach David Braun moments ago.
Coach Braun, I saw you have a few extra words with your defense right there. What was your message to them?
We got to bowl up. You know, at the end of the day, we get put in a situation like this where they're starting with the ball inside the 10-yard line. We got to force a way to have Minnesota attempt a field goal.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Sydney.
It'd be a massive momentum shifter after Minnesota seized it at the end of the first quarter. Second and goal. Nice. Stuffed again. And Minnesota has really struggled to run the ball this year.
Well, watch Fitzgerald, number 6. He comes down fast. He's a safety, strong safety, but he could be a backer. He's about 220 pounds. He read that perfectly. Everything opened up. He read it, hit it fast, sets up this 3rd down. One of those 2 guys on that side of the ball who, it registers fast in what their eyes. A lot of guys see things and don't react to it. He can see it and do something about it.
Scanning the motion, Fitzgerald from the backfield, 3rd and goal. Lindsey rolling out to his right, throwing short. Taylor.
It's complete.
It's caught, but it's short.
4th and goal. That's a nice catch. Now he had to go down to dig that one out underneath. Now his body is in the end zone, but the ball is not. And it's where the ball is, not the body. So he makes the catch, and he's short. Good job by our crew getting that thing in there. Let's see if he had control of it.
The ruling on the field is a completed catch at the half-yard line. That play is under further review.
Yeah, they're going to see if he had complete control of it. Because it looks like it may have slipped out as he was falling down. He didn't have both his hands under the football. You only need one, but
got to at least take a look.
Yeah, exactly. So he has control there. Ball's there. Let's see if he controls it through. See, the ball hit, but he still had a hand under it. Yeah, do you maintain control? I would say yes, but hey, I've been wrong before. The ball's under. He has his chest next to it.
I think the definitive thing here, Matt, is that he's short, but does he maintain control?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So right there, is it your right hand that he has under it?
After further review, the ruling on the field is upheld. The ball be placed at the half-yard line, 4th down.
Yeah, it was never going to be a touchdown. It just needed to be a catch. Why is all that green on them?
Got the ivy growing in.
Oh, is that what that is?
Looks like it.
I will go with that. Why not?
Maybe.
What is that thing? Looks like you put the little green sparkles on them.
Shout out to the Minnesota equipment crew. Should be red for the Ivy this time of year.
Yeah,
Big
right.
4th and goal.
Right. This is big.
I formation. Pitch out to Taylor. Great angle to the end zone. What a call.
Nice deception. Everybody going to the set, to the left, and then he pitches it over to the right. Watch this. Here goes. You can watch the backers. Everybody shifting over. Everybody to the left side. Taylor to the right. Well done.
Braden Bruss, that outside linebacker, got caught pinching in, and Taylor picks up his 2nd touchdown of the year.
Bruss wasn't the only one. There's a lot of guys pitching.
Whole defense was flowing that way as Denneberg barely sneaks it through.
Yeah.
All the points have been scored on that side of the field. Big kick return from Coy Parrish, setting up the touchdown for Taylor. And Minnesota right back into their Wrigley. Gorgeous day in Chicago. Northwestern leading Minnesota 10-7. And on Thanksgiving night, catch men's hoops when the Cats square off against Oklahoma State at the United Center here in Chicago. Live coverage beginning at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app.
And the statue of the greatest basketball player to ever play.
I agree with you. There's no argument that. Big kick return for Minnesota, and Northwestern gets it back up 10-7. Let's go to Ashley Adamson in Chicago for a Thriving Studio update.
Jack, it is all about second chances. Rutgers, Ohio State. Bo Jackson fumbled on the goal line early, but they go back to him, and he pays it off. A 15-yard touchdown. Buckeyes up 7-0 in Columbus early 2nd quarter, Jack.
Ashley, thank you.
Rutgers always plays Ohio State really tough for the first half. And then the skill sets between both teams are really obvious. But Greg Schiano is an outstanding coach. He gets the best out of what he gets.
Got a Minnesota player down here. Yeah, he's done a really nice job making Rutgers competitive in the Big Ten, and you would expect Ohio State to keep rolling out to the Big Ten championship and face Indiana if everything holds here. Sydney, you afraid of heights?
Not at all. When the view leaves you speechless up here, I'm in the scoreboard of Wrigley Field, which actually feels like I've been taken back in a time machine, as this scoreboard was built in 1937. It's one of the last in the MLB stadium that has to be hand changed. Darren over there, he's one of the members of the crew for this Wrigley staff who's been working here for over 30 years. But I think my favorite part right now is the fact that this used to be a red-brown, but it had sun glare, so the players complained about it, but now it is the iconic Wrigley ivory green. So this is a piece of history, and we're all lucky to witness it here today.
Yeah, looking like the Ivy right now until it was painted green. Don't lean too far out, Sid.
Sid, that Ivy's the same color as your hair.
I love the detail, though. They even put the different Big Ten football scores up on the scoreboard. They've really embraced the entire theme of football taking over the stadium. Even the famous W flag changed out for Northwestern flags. Sydney's got a long walk back down to the field.
Telling me.
She's right, though. It's like you're in a time machine when you come in this venue, period, but especially the center field scoreboard.
Oh, that's awesome.
Stone rolling out after the fake to Komalafe. And on target once again for what appears to be a first down. Griffin Wilde, no surprise, he continues to rack up the receptions for Northwestern so far.
Wilde doesn't have great speed, but he gets open all the time. He does a really nice job of getting his body in the right position. Just has to come back to that ball, but he has an understanding of where he's at on the field, knows exactly what he has to get for the first down, and he gets it.
Northwestern loves to hit him on play action like that. First down, Komalafe patient and plows ahead. He's been able to get vertical so many times already this game.
He's got, like I mentioned this before, he's got really good vision, but you saw right there a little bit of stutter step right in the middle of his run. Watch this, right there. He made a miss, picked up another 4 yards. Not easy to do. He makes it look easy, but it's not easy to do.
He told us he watches a lot of Bijan Robinson, and that's Bijan-esque with the vision right there.
It is. Former Texas running back now down in Atlanta.
Preckle and Hyman, the running backs for Northwestern
Nice
here, and
blocking.
a handoff to Hyman. Had a massive hole to work with.
Yeah, that was really well done by that offensive line and the fullback inside. Did a good job of getting the body on the body and then staying on it. The most important part isn't the initial contact, it's staying with it. You have to be able to create something. Look at this. This is really well done and good vision. Really good vision. I mentioned this earlier. Some guys can see things and they just can't get there. And other guys, they see it and they're on it in a second.
Hyman, a great compliment to Komalafe. It is Preckle once again. Bake it to him over the middle, Elegon. And he is tackled after picking up the first down. This has been clinical for Northwestern, and Minnesota's defense already banked up. This would be a massive loss if Coy Parrish is not able to come back in.
Yeah, he's holding that shoulder, but they're right there. And that's just kind of looks pedestrian, but at any position out there you can be down at any time.
One of the best safeties in the Big Ten had that giant kickoff return to set Minnesota up inside the 5. More play action. Stone over the middle to Wilde, who is whipped out of bounds. Northwestern can't be stopped right now.
I'll tell you what, Stone is chucking the ball really well. He is really throwing well and accurate. And Wilde is, you look at him, he's not really fast. He must be faster than he looks. But he's an excellent route runner. He knows where to make the break, and he's getting in front of these guys, the DBs back there, and getting separation out of that break.
Back to the ground. Hyman with a spin. Flag comes in to hold. Still on his feet. Looks like Northwestern will be behind the sticks for the second time this game in the red zone.
Looks like it's
holding. Offense number 60. 10-yard penalty. It's still first down.
Yeah, and you could see it. He got him right here. And so sometimes, I got to tell you honestly, sometimes you want to move your hand. You're telling your brain to move your hand, and your hand won't move. It's the weirdest thing. I suspect that's probably what happened to him. I remember having my hand on the guy's face mask going, oh, it's a face mask. Get your hand off his face mask. And here comes the flag.
You got a lot to think about out there. Come back to Elegon, makes the catch.
Stone is on fire. He is so accurate right now. He is not missing a throw. That was dead on where it had to be. Watch his throw. The only place it could be. He leads it. It's right there. Perfect. Really well done.
He had a terrific season 2 years ago at SMU. Preston Stone did. Benched for Kevin Jennings. It's been up and down for Stone this year, but looking sharp. On the sideline now with Ryan Bowe in the game. Bowe will hand it off to Hyman, looking for the edge. Strung out beautifully by Minnesota.
Probably should have kept it because he had the flow, which means there are less numbers on the inside, so he probably should have kept that ball and gone upfield. But Hyman ran into a bunch of numbers on the outside.
And a different look for Northwestern, using Ryan Bowe for the first time in over a month. inside of the red zone, but both plays he's been out there, it's been second and a mile.
Yeah.
Haven't seen him at short yardage yet. Third and 12, Stone. Accurate today, over the middle, nearly got his man.
Just missed him. He's getting great protection as well. That is the biggest thing I'm seeing right now. There's two things. So the protection by this offensive line, you're giving Stone the time, and Stone has been deadly accurate. Now this one he misses just by a little bit. He's throwing in between. Oh, that's still a well-thrown ball.
Carson Grove just a step behind it with Kerry Brown in coverage, or the closest to it. "35-yard try for Olsen. Kicking this direction for the first time, and it's good. So Northwestern's red zone struggles continue, but still up by 6 on a gorgeous day in Wrigleyville.
Entering into the program, the way that we work within the program, the way that you officiate our games, the way that you communicate with our staff. Like, this isn't just, don't mistake my politeness, our program's politeness, for weakness. The expectation is to win a Big Ten championship.
He's
about as emotional as we've seen David Braun after a game.
Well, I'm a big Dave Braun fan. I think he brings toughness. I think he brings mental toughness, which is the biggest piece of anything when you're playing football. I think he preaches that. I think he gets across, and I think the message is well received. And you can see a difference in this football team. This is a better team than we've seen.
Absolutely is. I mean, had the 18th ranked team in the country on the ropes, forced 5 turnovers. Offense just couldn't capitalize late. That was the difference. Got off to a slow start, had that flurry early fourth quarter, not able to close it out. It's all about that Big Ten championship lens he alluded to.
Oh yeah, he's got him playing well.
Minnesota back to work. Lindsey off play action, dumps it down for Taylor. Decides to plow through the defense for a first down.
That's okay. As a defender right there, the most important thing is, doesn't matter how it looks, just get him down. That's the most important thing on a tackle. If you have great, perfect form and you miss the tackle, who cares? Nice job getting him down to the ground.
Josh Fussell able to wrestle him down. Second-year starting corner for Northwestern. Pretty veteran group on the defensive side. One of the reasons David Braun has been so high and passionate
safety dropping
about
down
this team. So run play going right at the safety. Fitzgerald not able to make the tackle.
He missed it. Fitzgerald.
Feme Ichaboy rolls ahead. And still ahead. Bryce Underwood of Michigan look to keep their playoff hopes alive against Maryland. Then Illinois battles Wisconsin under the lights at Camp Randall. It's all coming up on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app.
Fitzgerald on that last play dropped down into the second level. Essentially became a linebacker, read it perfectly, missed the tackle.
He's not going to miss many.
No, he doesn't. He's usually dead on.
15 of them, a career high last week against Michigan. Ichaboy bounces outside, another first down for the Golden Gophers. This is their best drive of the game so far. Most of the points have been scored going this way in Wrigley.
Yeah, away from us.
Of course.
Is this something I ate, or what the heck was it?
I'll stand right next to you, Matt. Glad to have you with us. Awesome day at Wrigley. Second straight week Northwestern playing here. Trying to get to bowl eligibility in his 6th win after a 2-point loss to Michigan last week. Lindsey, deep drop, going deep, down the field, and incomplete.
Yeah, he missed it.
Javon Tracy was streaking down the field, and 2 Northwestern defenders closed quick, including Ori Adeyi.
He needed to throw it out to the left more. He threw it more down the middle. Tracy has a chance now. Throw it to the left. See how he comes back. He gives you a defender a chance. That was almost picked. Nice job, though, by that offensive line, giving him protection. Here's the throw. Good protection there.
That would have been an all-time pick if he hauled that in.
Yeah, almost had it. It would have been a one-hander.
Flags come out. False start.
There's a few of them.
False start. Offense number 65. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Yeah, take your pick on this one. They both those guards were moving. Somebody got them mixed up there. Both the guards 65, 74. And throw a tackle in for good measure.
3 of the 6. Taylor motions out. It's Ichaboy standing there with Lindsey. Throw to Taylor, and he drops it.
Can't do that. He had nice blocking in front of him. He could have split that and had picked up maybe at least 5, but who knows how many.
But you can see how Minnesota wants to get him involved in a lot of different ways.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, he's their playmaker, right? Look at that ball. Look at that. Open up in the middle. You had your blockers in front. You're going to at least pick up 5 yards. And then with him running, his running ability, who knows what you're going to get. 3rd and 15, not what you want to be in. They're going to probably play him in the zone, keep everything in front of them. Looks like quarters here. It could be quarters, maybe 2.
Northwestern runs a ton of zone. Pressure up the middle. Lindsey rolling right, throwing open man inside of the 40, and a first down for the Golden Gophers with Lemeki Brockington.
Brockington, awesome name. John Brockington from the Green Bay Packers. That's what I think of right away. This kid does a nice job of making sure he gets the catch. That's the most important part of it.
Lindsey in a rhythm now, up the gut. Drew Bibber with the catch. Minnesota's most versatile tight end, and now they're starting to move with tempo.
Yeah, absolutely. This tempo is going to help them too, because what it does is it locks you into only a few calls on defense, and once you get that call, you got to be ready to go. So it's usually between a 3, a halves, or a cover 1.
Another on-target throw from Lindsey.
Lindsey's on. So offensive line's giving them nice protection, and this Northwestern defense has to lock up. Now you're down inside, you got to go man. That ball came out quick too. It's a nice release.
Jalen Smith on the catch. The youngest and most promising core receiver for Minnesota. Going for Smith again over his head.
That corner is lucky. That should have been 6 right there to Smith.
Had a step.
Yeah, you walk up on man, get your hands on him. Get your hands on him. You don't stand up there looking back inside. Your eyes are going to be on that guy. You get a jam, make him you got to force that guy to do something about it. You don't just let him free. That's why you're in man.
Very clean release for the redshirt freshman.
Too much. Get up there, walk up on him, get your hand right in his chest.
2nd and 10, reverse it. Northwestern's got men there.
Nice job.
Coming around the edge, strung out.
Nice redemption by Brockington. Did a nice job of coming up and making that play. Good job up front. Going to try to come around the outside. You got guys coming from the inside, which forces them to stay out.
Josh Fussell, you just said it. He got beat, dodged a bullet, able to make the tackle in the run game.
Good hustle by Josh Fussell. That's what I say.
Comes pressure off the ball. Pressure. Lindsey throwing. Fussell in coverage. Flag comes out. And Tosaka retreating back as well.
Prior to the pass being thrown, holding defense number 13. That penalty is enforced half the distance to the goal line and includes an automatic first down.
Good bad, and the ugly from Fussell on the last 3 plays.
Yeah, we got all three. Good protection, like you said. He's getting chased. Ball's up. Now there's... Yeah, Brockington. That's... Could have called a hold. Could have called a bunch of things.
Odom trying to get out of his break.
Yeah.
First and goal from the 6 now. Make the run, throw it wide. Caught off the bobble for a touchdown.
That's a good job by Tracy, because that ball was thrown in his face. And he kind of bobbled it first, like you said, and then got control of it for 6. Well done.
They looked for Tracy deep earlier in the drive. An outstanding catch to tie it for Minnesota.
See that? He turned, hit him in the face. Fortunately, that ivy on his helmet held the ball for him. So
the leaves wrapped around it and all. Denneberg gives Minnesota the lead. From high above, all but 3 points so far today scored this direction at Wrigley Field. Minnesota with its first lead of the day. Are you fan enough? Sponsored by Dr. Pepper. It's a Pepper thing. I think these fans are fan enough.
they're a fan of penalties today. I think we've had 12 of them so far.
Don't be so negative, man.
No, that's a positive thing. I'm an old Raider, don't forget that.
Awesome crowd, awesome venue. The transformation here over the last month has really been unbelievable since the end of the Cubs season. Northwestern gets it back, trailing for the first time today. The offense for the Wildcats has been terrific. Stalled in the red zone a couple of times. Right now, secure an early Black Friday deal with promo code SAVINGS25 and get 6 months of Big Ten Plus for just $4.99 a month to access hundreds more events across the Big Ten. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to BigTenPlus.com and make sure you enter SAVINGS25 when selecting a monthly pass at checkout to take advantage of this offer.
I do that every year for wrestling. It is the best that you could get. The Big Ten wrestling is phenomenal.
You and our producer, Jeff Sermon, wrestling's biggest fans. First down run for Northwestern. You think that maybe with the way Preston Stone is throwing it here,
yeah,
let him cut it loose a little more.
He's been deadly accurate. The ball's coming out fast. He's been getting time by this offensive line. 2 minutes right here. Heck, let him go. Get down the field. What do I know? I'm just some old guy sitting up here talking about a game.
That's former Penn State All-American Matt Millen.
How good that does, yeah.
Under 2.5 to go. Stone to throw. Lofting sideline over the head of Wilde. Very strong coverage from Minnesota secondary. Kerry Brown at nickel.
You're going to get good coverage on Wilde. He's a good receiver. He's not that fast, so he's coverable. So he's going to have to always make contested catches, and you have to be accurate with the ball. And so far today, they've been pretty accurate.
Stone 10 for 14, 131 yards. No touchdowns yet, but he has moved Northwestern down the field consistently. Test here on 3rd and 7. Stone rips it, deflected, and Minnesota gets the stop after the touchdown.
He was going for Wilde again, who was open, just a little out route. Making that throw, see it right, just that little out route, just turn around. So he had a chance to turn that thing up. He only needed to pick up maybe 2 yards after the catch. But they brought that safety on a blitz. We're able to get that knocked down.
That was a problem last week against Michigan for Northwestern, the batted balls.
Yeah.
Zach Lujan said the pocket was collapsing too much. We got to hold firm and give Preston Stone some more space. Parrish, big kick return today. Back out there after going off the field with an apparent injury. Great to see him back on the field for Minnesota fans. A solid punt return. Giving it back to the Golden
2
Gophers
minutes.
with 2 to go in the first half. Northwestern takeover at Wrigley Field. Coming up, stick around for the halftime report sponsored by TIAA. Rick, Jerry, Brock, they've got you covered. Man, that is a massive game with USC and Oregon coming up. If USC wins out, it's going to be hard-pressed to keep them out of the college football playoff.
It's going to be interesting. There's always a twist every year. I don't know how it happens, but it always happens.
Last 2 weeks, you feel like you have a big picture on things. It just plays out differently.
Exactly. You're 100% right.
So Minnesota just took its first lead of the game, the last drive. Get a big stop, and Taylor's back to it. Spinning for a positive gain as Minnesota goes into its 2-minute drill here.
I'd put the ball in his hands, let him throw it.
Drake Lindsey's been throwing it really well,
Yes, he
especially
has.
on that last drive. He is great in 2-minute situations. Handles stressful situations and environments so well.
They're in man.
Lindsey scanning the defense. Throwing towards the sideline,
Nice
has a
throw.
connection.
Nice throw.
Rockington on the outbreaker.
Rockington. Yeah, he threw him open on that one. You've got to go get that ball. And Rockington was able to come back. Watch his route. Inside, then back out. He got the defender. He beat him on his break. Turner got beat and first down. Nice throw by Lindsey.
He processes the defense so well for such a young player. His coach has put a lot on his plate. Drake Lindsey has handled it this year and then some. Bacon looking deep. Lindsey throwing short. Taylor makes the catch. Dodges ahead. And Minnesota encroaching on field goal range with just over a minute to go in the half.
When your quarterback can see the field and take that much time, you got to kiss your offensive line. Without that offensive line right there, there's no pressure coming from Northwestern. So Lindsey can take his good old time like he did there. He looked to the left, went center, came right to the right, and made the throw.
Timeout called, both teams with 3 remaining. 2 left now for Minnesota. We'll step aside for just a moment.
I can't afford to overpay.
Doug, are you hiding from used car shopping?
Maybe.
I'm always here to help.
Show me, Carfox.
Almost half of all used cars have been in an accident. Half! Carfax can show how damage impacts price, so you don't have to overpay.
Whoa, I don't have to overpay?
You don't have to overpay.
I don't have to overpay. I don't have to overpay. Come on.
You don't have to overpay. Always look for me and shop millions of great deals at Carfax.com.
54 seconds to go in the half at Wrigley. Second straight week for Northwestern. Minnesota, after trailing early on the rally, taking the lead the last drive and looking for more points at the end of the half.
That's
offensive line, great protection the
Nice
last
job.
play.
Yeah, 50, Nathan Roy. 65, Greg Johnson. Dylan Ray, 73. Marcellus Marshall, 74. And Ashton Beers, 78. Doing a great job.
Enough for a first down for Minnesota. Right near the 35 with Darius Taylor. Pretty tight window.
Very tight window. And in man cut. No, they came on a blitz that time. Came on a blitz, which is still, they're going to man.
Lindsey throws another dart. Catch for Bibber.
Bibber did a good job coming back to that ball again.
30 seconds left. Another quick break.
Up, they came timeout. You got it.
Minnesota looking for points at the end of the half. The field goal range for Brady Denneberg season long is 46. And that's what it would be right now with Minnesota at the 28. Trying to make it a little bit easier on their kicker, if not getting the end zone.
They have one more timeout. And again, they're in man coverage.
Bunch formation to the right.
prior to the ball being snapped.
Guess
Team
what?
Timeout.
We'll take another break.
Northwestern, their first of the half.
Now they got to go to the end
30
zone.
seconds.
When you fire up Big Ten Plus, you get more game, nonstop, around the clock. More live games you won't see anywhere else. More access to your team wherever you want, 24/7. More stories.
Unstoppable.
More highlights. More big-time playmakers. Plus, catch up to 4 games at once so you'll never miss more shots, spikes, and scores. Download the Big Ten Plus app today. It's always game on.
Just north of downtown Chicago. Hard to beat this view. Northwestern fans out for a second straight week, but a fun day so far. Minnesota on the move, though. Lindsey to the air.
Nice pickup.
Wide open man. Tight end Jamison Gears rumbling ahead. Extra yardage for Minnesota. 1 timeout left. The clock does stop to move the chains inside of 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was unnecessary. He could have had a chance there to take a shot at 22 seconds was on the clock. But he stops it. He got the first earlier, so you go to the second down, which is fine. Now what you want to do, you still, with 20 seconds, you could still be short, but you have to hurry up. But then you have to go to the end zone.
Taylor always a weapon in the backfield with Lindsey. Second down. Lindsey going long towards the end zone. Catch for Tracy. Muscling ahead. Touchdown.
Great throw, great catch. Tracy, he was covered too, but he powered through that ball.
Timeout.
Looks like they got somebody hurt in the end zone. Let's see, look at this ball. Perfect throw. Latches it right there. Oh, really well done. And he tried to rip it out, but he held on to it all the way through.
Did the ball cross the plane as his knee went down? So close.
Yeah, it was in. Yeah, so now the upper half of his body's over when the knee hits.
And Fitzgerald is being helped off the field. The star safety for Northwestern.
Did you see hands go up?
I did.
Okay.
How about the way Drake Lindsey operated that 2-minute drill?
Oh, he was
terrific.
Cool as could be. Again, the key, that offensive line gave him a lot of time to throw.
And it's an offensive line that's had its fair share of struggles this year. Not the same Minnesota offensive line as previous seasons.
Right.
Had a big loss with Phillip Daniels going to right tackle at Ohio State. But delivering the 2-minute drill. Denneberg makes it an 8-point game. This game started really slow for P.J. Fleck in Minnesota. They've scored 14 unanswered now.
And they're controlling the line of scrimmage, as is Northwestern's offense. They've been controlling the line of scrimmage as well.
That's what we thought it'd come down to, right?
Yeah, same thing. I mean, the difference in the first half of this game is a kick return. That's it. Because both offenses have moved the ball pretty well.
Yep. Coy Parrish got it down inside the 5. So barring a big return, expect Northwestern to be pretty conservative here with just 12 seconds left. And it'll be Minnesota's offense to get the ball first to start the second half, too.
Wouldn't surprise me if he squibs it down to about the 10-yard line.
Minnesota's come to life in the second quarter, 136 yards compared to 8 in the first.
Yikes. Or maybe just kicks it off.
Just send it deep to right. Go with the long ball.
Got it.
All right, biggest takeaway from this first half, Matt?
The offensive line play. To me, both offensive lines have played very well. Neither team has generated a pass rush, which means if you're going to get something, you're going to have to come with numbers, which means blitzing. And in the passing game, both quarterbacks have been dead on.
And Stone had a really good day, but Northwestern stalling on its last drive. And that'll do it for the first half. Minnesota impressively jumps ahead after trailing 10-0 right off the jump. And David Braun's crew's going to have to come from behind again if they want to reach their 6th win and clinch a bowl appearance in their final home game.
Yeah, 2 well-coached teams. PJ Fleck got these guys where they've always been. Dave Braun's same style.
Let's go to Sydney with PJ Fleck.
Coach Fleck, nothing but poise from Drake Lindsey at the end. How much momentum did your offense just give your team?
Well, just want to know every single play. You know, we didn't have many plays in the first quarter. Great resolve on the sideline, great poise. Defense got some big stops. You know, they started really fast, unfortunately, and just this is what this team's all done all year is the resolve, the bend not break. But we got a whole half of football to play. It was really good to get to win the first 4 of the middle 8, but now we got to come out and win the next 4 of the middle 8.
Thank you, Coach.
You bet.
Yeah, critical drive for Minnesota coming up to start the second half. Northwestern got off on the front foot, now trailing by 8. TIAA halftime report coming your way with Rick, Jerry, and Brock. Straight week with Northwestern at Wrigley Field, their final home game of the season, and Minnesota on top 21-13 as we're getting ready to start the second half at Wrigley. Welcome back to the ball game. Jack Kaiser alongside Matt Millen. Matt, both offensive lines in that first half were outstanding.
You're telling me, and because of that, we've had some big runs, but we've had a lot of time for the quarterbacks to throw, and so they've been able to get back there and take their time and read the field, which is really rare. Today, both offensive lines are playing exceptionally well.
And that's given Drake Lindsey time to dice up this Northwestern defense.
Yeah, and it's interesting because you're going to watch a couple of these clips. You can see him, look on here, he's going downfield, see his head. He moves from right to left, lots of time. Not all the time are you able to do that. Another time here, he just wait for the deep route. It allows you, because you have much time in the pocket, to be able to scan the field again and make the throws. Again, a deep throw down the field, all because that offensive line has been tearing it up. And that's not only just for them, on both sides of the ball.
Look at Lindsey's numbers today. First 4 road games. Now you have to take into account the competition they were playing.
Sure.
After Cal, you've got Oregon, you've got Ohio State, you've got Iowa on the road. Northwestern on the road today. Drake Lindsey is looking like the future star in the Big Ten.
Oh, he's, he's taking advantage of the protection that he's been getting. 130 yards in the first half, 2 touchdowns, 80%, 81%. That's killing it.
No doubt. All right, let's go to Sydney, who chatted with both coaches.
Well, Coach Braun's message was simple. They came out firing, and he felt like their defense got quiet. He wants to overemphasize communication when it comes to third down. He said that's when we have to be our loudest. We have to put the ball back into Preston Stone's hands and just focus on doing our game. He said finish strong is exactly the message I gave them. And for PJ Fleck, he feels like his team is coming off of a lot of momentum. He can feel that Drake Lindsey is hot and rolling, so he's challenging the defense as quickly as they can make the tackle, allow their offense to get back on the field.
Interesting. When you start talking about guys and they're getting their calls out, that means you're not getting the calls, or you're messing the calls up, like one side gets one call and the other side doesn't get the call. That's a big deal. So you have to be on the same page, and it's your defensive play caller. I mean, your middle backer's got to be able to get those things out just like the quarterback would.
All those details, the communication in these tight games in the Big Ten comes down to that. Finish strong's been the message all week for David Braun to Northwestern. Unable to get it done in a close game at Nebraska last week against Michigan. Can Northwestern finally get that 6th win and reach a bowl game in their final home game? Second half starts now at Wrigley. Minnesota scoring the last 14 points, getting the ball first. Boy Parrish breaks loose initially again. A massive return inside of the 5 in the first half. Now Northwestern has struggled here, specifically 0-7 all-time in Wrigley games, going back to the early 1900s even. This might be the last one too, with the new Ryan Field being built.
Well, it's a phenomenal venue. It has a great feel to it.
The way they transformed it, taking out the third base dugout to make room for the left end zone, just spectacular work by the grounds crew. The surface has held up very well over the last couple of weeks also, as Taylor gets the first touch of the second half for Minnesota. So let's go back to 1923. The Illini and the Maroons grinding it out, slobber knocker style. It's kind of hard to dissect what
1923, October 20-something.
23. Orange and blue turn purple mud brown. I don't really know what that means.
Exactly.
1920s language is a little hard to make sense of sometimes.
I like to go back and look at the advertisements to see exactly what things cost back then.
A lot less than now. Intosaka injured. One of the top pass rushers for Northwestern.
Saka's been playing, you know, he had a lot of promise coming out of last year, and I don't think he had the kind of year that he wanted to have this year. His sack total was, he's got some quickness to him. His sack total's down a little bit, but his first 2 steps were good too. I liked watching him.
NFL talent, athleticism. Production has dipped a little bit this year compared to last year, but still all the potential in the world for Saka. Taylor with the cutback, almost squeezed through and made it even more. Third down.
Nice job with his eyes. A nice little cutback there, like you said, get everybody flowing, and then once you have that, you have a tiny window right there. He's got to take advantage of it. Just a good job by Fussell to be able to at least trip him up.
Taylor with 34 yards on the ground. It's been a pretty balanced Minnesota running attack so far. 34 yards receiving, I should say. Taylor's been limited in the ground game. He's in the Wildcat here. Dodges one. 3rd and short. I don't think he got it.
I don't know. It's going to be close. It looks like it's 4th down. They're going to punt it. Oh, nice. That's a nice job by Fitzgerald dropping down there. He's been very active today.
He has. He missed a tackle early in the first half.
Remember that?
He hasn't missed one since.
Yeah. Fitzgerald's got some good size to him too. About 215 pounds, about 6'1". Good safety for the next level.
Minnesota will punt it away. Northwestern gets the stop. It was hoping for. That ball's loose. And Minnesota's got it. Alan Suk up the long snapper, ran all the way down there.
The puff was muffed. Recovered by Minnesota.
That was not a good decision to try to catch that ball. When those balls start to fade quick, you get away from it. See how it's starting to fade underneath? Not good.
Chase Farrell is back there for the first time this year. Drew Wagner, the normal punt returner, out with injury.
He never even got his hands on it. Went right through his arms.
Wagner had been the guy back there. Now it's Farrell's turn. Yet to return a punt in his career until today. Minnesota with a golden chance. Lindsey, end zone. Tracy! His third touchdown today.
Lindsey did a nice job being able to find him and then making that throw. Tracy did the same thing that he did earlier. Come back to the ball. Does a nice job coming back. That's just floating up there. See how he came back to it? That's the third of the day.
Wow, did this game flip quick. Looked like Northwestern got the stop, getting the ball back, muffed punt right to a touchdown. 28-13 Golden Gophers. The Miami, Ohio transfer, Javon Tracy, with a 3-touchdown career day. And Lindsey put it right on the money.
Timeout on the field.
Not a bad day for Javon Tracy. Just caught his third touchdown, matching his season total. He built chemistry with Drake Lindsey really quick, riding scooters at 6 a.m. to the facility in the morning. Something as simple as that, just to be around each other all the time. They look pretty in sync today.
Yeah, that must mean that Lindsey's buying breakfast. That's what that means.
That's right. That's what a quarterback should do.
Exactly.
Feels like Northwestern has got to score here. Bring it out. 9th kick return this season for Northwestern. They haven't done it much, but pretty conservative. Perhaps a poor choice. We'll start at the 14.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Momentum swinger leading to the Tracy touchdown off the muff punt from Farrell.
So you don't handle the punt, and then you don't have a pass rush. And the ball, that's just floating up there too.
Is that Dragon Ball Z?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I wouldn't expect you to.
I think my kids used to watch that.
Which one? Komalafe is tripped up on the first play. Minnesota came out a little bit flat, right? They were down 10-0, and they have outscored Northwestern 28-3 since then. And now the defense is starting to fire themselves up too.
You got corners making tackles. They're being aggressive. You got to block those guys.
Kerry Brown made so many big plays for the Minnesota defense this year, holding Komalafe to no gain. See how Preston Stone and the Northwestern offense responds. Got some pressure. Stone has Elegant. All kinds of space. Can he get a block? Elegant cut down with a huge chunk. Brown saved a touchdown, and Northwestern's on the move.
Brown saved a huge. That would have been a score. And he's got time here, able to make that throw. And this is just a crossing route, and there's nobody around them. They were in man, it looked like.
Minnesota plays a ton of man coverage. They blitz quite a bit. And Stone hanging in the pocket burned him.
There's another blitz.
Up the gut. Has a connection with Ricky Amarazi. He's been an occasional big play target this year. 18 yards a catch. And a nice pickup on first down.
Again, I go back to this offensive line. Both these offensive lines have been, so it's one of two things. Either the offensive lines are playing very well, or both defensive lines are not.
Usually a combination.
Probably a combination, yep.
Albright motions to the end, go the other way with Komalafe. Squeeze through the hole to pick up the first down. Komalafe opened the game with a 46-yard touchdown run. Quiet sense. Northwestern's never out of it. 5 takeaways against Michigan last week. And took the lead late, but unable to hold it late. In a 2-point loss. And now Komalafe's limping off.
Yeah, he's going to be okay. He's got one of those things that you get whacked and you feel it for a while and it goes away. My professional opinion.
I was going to say, you would know. Stone, sideline, great shoulder, Ellicott.
Great throw. Yeah, watch his throw. He's throwing him open. He's throwing it behind him. Nice catch. Has control. Feet are in. Good job.
The urgency and timing that Zach Lujan and David Braun wanted from Preston Stone today, he's been on point.
Yeah, he's been dead on. He's been throwing. He's thrown guys open, and he has the open throws when he's been having a lot of time to throw the football, which is like this. Look at this.
Even more time. Wilde curling back, curling upfield inside of the 5. Matt, we played this game up as the run game would be huge. It's been the passing.
Yeah, and it's been Wilde. Wilde's had a great game here today. He got up a little bit. Limping a little bit, but
the 2 top weapons, Komalafe and Wilde. So we'll keep an eye on them. Komalafe's back out now. First and goal for Northwestern after Wilde's 7th catch of the day. Ryan Bowe into the game, running quarterback. He stood up immediately.
That was a nice hit.
That was a standing hug.
Yes, it was.
At Kingsbury wrapped him up.
Kingsbury shoved his face right in his face. Watch this. Right there. There you go.
Not necessarily a clean form tackle, but
no, but a nice read.
Kingsbury steady alongside Marinowski at linebacker this year. Stone back in I formation. Komalafe's cut down. Multiple Minnesota players right there. Marinowski this time, the other linebacker.
Marinowski. That's really good. There he is, right here. Everything happens a lot quicker down on the goal line. So as soon as it happens, you have to pull the trigger, and you got to go. And he did. That's a good read right now. You got to get him. Boom.
Matt, with all the struggles down here in the red zone for Northwestern, what do they do here to change it up?
Well, hit the open receiver is what I say. If you have to pick them down here, you got to do something to get a guy open.
They will pass. Stone, Wilde for the touchdown.
So here's what he did instead. It wasn't a pick. They went to the 2 receiver side. He took the outside receiver and took him more vertical so he could clear that out underneath because they were in man coverage. Once you get the defender on your hip, it's just a matter of the throw. So watch this. He's going to take him up, right? Now you get rid of him. You come back underneath. As long as you get that guy on your hip, the throw is what has to happen. It was a perfect throw. That's basic throws like that are from high school.
They're going for 2. Preckle coming around the edge. He got it.
Good blocking. Really good blocking. Everybody was on their guy.
The swings in this game have been wild at Wrigley so far.
Well, you just said it. You said they have to score on this drive, and they just went right down the field. Look at this throw. Nice catch. Nice throw. Threw him open. Really well done. Good blocking.
I don't think many people had this one chalked up to 28-21 halfway through the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I was thinking about maybe 10-7. I think is that what I said at the beginning of the game. one of those games.
But both quarterbacks have been really sharp.
And offensive line play has been exceptional. I've been saying that all game long, and it's been true.
Northwestern trying to slow up Coy Parrish, and he is dangerous.
That's
and
interesting.
All the way out to the 35.
You see that? As soon as he saw that, he saw the thing open up, and then he went. Hey, here's what I want to show you. Watch these guys right here. Watch these guys, and they're going to take all this and get rid of it, and it's going to be completely erased. And it's a simple, look at this. Everybody's on a guy, they stay on their blocks. That's a piece of cake. And then you always love when you get those big linemen, they don't know what to do. They usually they bang heads or they do something, but you're guaranteed to see a belly flop every time.
Would you chest bump your guys after a big play?
No. You kidding?
You knock them down.
They knocked me down.
Darius Taylor with the catch. Minnesota up 7 now after Northwestern picks up 8 on the last drive. David Braun's team going to fight tooth and nail to the end. He said, we want to finish this season the right way. And based on where they're at, that means a bowl game.
Yeah, but they have to find right now, they have to find a way to slow down this Minnesota offense because they have not found the key to that yet.
Oh, Taylor breaks it loose. His first big carry of the day. Taylor tackled by Fitzgerald well across midfield. And Taylor dealing with injuries this year.
Yeah.
Didn't seem to have that second gear.
Right, exactly. He needed a burst once he got here, but it didn't. It didn't kick in. Actually, kind of, yeah, he looks like he's running hurt.
His second game back from a leg injury.
Well, nice tackle there by Fitzgerald, one-on-one in the open field.
Top 5 in the country in solo tackles this year. Boy relieving Taylor. Falls ahead for 5. We'll keep an eye on Taylor now. They knew it right away.
Yeah.
When Taylor's right, he's got some speed.
Well, he didn't hit the gear, and they knew it, and he knew it.
Rockington in motion. Play action. Lindsey. He's just going to throw it away. Northwestern had it covered.
That was smart. It's not so much the cover as much as the pressure. They were going to get there. They were bringing pressure. They brought a blitz, and then he just threw it away. Smart.
Big Carmine Bastone provided the pressure too.
Yeah, and they would have had him underneath.
There was some space there for Brockington coming off the motion. Instead, Lindsey surviving to another down, 3rd and 5.
Let's see if they don't. They're in man, so they could bring an extra guy now.
Just 4 incompletions for Lindsey today. That was deflected and almost picked.
He had him open too. He was running underneath clean.
Logan Loya, the intended target.
Oh, nice job. Was that Kilbane?
He had a sack on the first drive today for Northwestern's defense, and also a pass deflection with Hubbard out. All right, 48-yard try for Denneberg would be a season long.
Missed it.
No good.
Wide to the right.
Minnesota is up by 15. That lead trimmed to 7. Northwestern getting it back.
Michigan.
And here come the Wolverines.
Look to keep their playoff hopes alive against Maryland.
Maryland's defense is teeing off.
Today at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific on the Big Ten Network.
Football on the Big Ten Network is brought to you by Copilot on Windows 11. Meet the computer you can talk to. David Braun, Jackson Carcello, a couple of Cubs fans growing up, local guys. Carcello from Northbrook, Illinois, about 10 miles north of center for Northwestern. And David Braun, big-time Cubs fan growing up. He remembers parking in some alley, walking over to Wrigley, picking up the program when they had those back in the day, right? Watching Mark Grace, Joe Girardi, late 80s, early 90s.
I go back further than I'm with Ernie Banks and the boys.
Stone directing traffic, lofting downfield. Amarazi diving down, hauls it in at the Minnesota 40.
That is all on Stone. That was phenomenal. Did exactly what he needed to do. Had a little bit of pressure, but was able to survey the whole field and found him deep, made the throw. Really well done, Stone.
A double out to right puts him first down at the 40.
Stone's been killing it today.
Really sharp. Komalafe on the ground net. Tied up at the ankles. And Amarazi's been a big play threat.
Yeah, inside he's covered, covered. Now, what we can't see is the quarterback. So the quarterback made an adjustment after he got a lot of pressure, moved to the right-hand side, and then he made the adjustment, made a big catch. Really well done. That's what you should do. Come back to help your quarterback.
Opportunity for other Northwestern receivers to step up with Wagner out, second on the team in catches. Stone.
He blitzed him.
Going over to Wilde.
Wilde ran a great route.
He's wrapped up to set up third down. Let's go to Ashley Adamson in Chicago for a Thrive in Studio update.
And I will take you to Columbus. Ohio State looking to add to its lead over Rutgers. It's Julian Sayin to Max Clare, his second touchdown of the season. And this came after a forced fumble by Caden Curry. Bucks up 21-3, guys.
Ohio State continues to chug along, even with some injuries at receiver.
Well, their second team and third team are better than what Rutgers has in their first team.
I think you could say that about almost any team.
A lot of teams. Yep, you're right.
Third and short. Komalafe dodges one, cut down right near the line to gain by Kerry Brown.
He's short.
It's fourth down.
Oh, that's a great hurdle, but
he would have been tackled short anyway.
Yeah.
Too much traffic.
Kerry Brown's playing a heck of a football game. He's been really active.
No hesitation for David Braun.
Yep.
Down by 7. Going for it on fourth down. Komalafe hit initially but falls forward.
Yeah, that's second effort. That's what got it there. He got the first down because he did the spin. Did a spin move when he got hit right in the first time. Watch this, he's gonna get hit, right? Boom, right there, behind the line, and now he spins, keeps his balance, and then he gets a little help from a friend.
Always use a little extra push.
Get by with a little help from your friend.
Tell you what, he really fired up strength coach Alex Spanos over on the sideline. That dude rocks a schmedium better than anybody. Robbie Preckle in the game at running back. Stone flowing.
Stone is on. Stone is stone cold today. He is hitting it. He's hitting everybody. This time on the run. Wild. And then Wild's been giving him fits all game long. Stone is the one because he's been deadly accurate.
You can see on Stone's face after the Michigan loss just how frustrated he was. The entire team. What a response from him and the offense. Hyman has the edge. Does he have the speed? Hyman end zone. His first score of the year, and Northwestern's within one.
And this is just all speed. 100% speed. He just hit another gear right there. Yeah, that's excellent. Hey, and look, since the first quarter, only 3 penalties, 9 in the first quarter. But since that time, they've either the officials have looked away or they've gotten more consistent with their blocking.
Both offenses have been terrific today. So many different contributors, and a deep drive to right results in 7. It's Good Hands Moment, sponsored by Allstate, Preston Stone directing traffic, and Ricky Amarazi with a fingertip catch.
Yeah, that's, you know, it always amazes me in the middle of the game when you call a play and you're right in the middle of it and the quarterback starts to point and the receiver follows and there's a big play. And then right after that, Hyman gets on the edge and it's over. They came back strong. This is, we're gonna right down to the end of this one.
That's the way it feels. 15 straight for Northwestern. Here comes Coy Parrish. And a pause when he's on the return. And Minnesota back to it near the end of the 3rd quarter. On Tuesday, see wrestling live on Big Ten Plus when the Gophers lock up with South Dakota State in a top 20 clash. Download the Big Ten Plus app today. It's always game on. I know Matt's going to be watching.
Yep, you better believe it. That's favorite time of the year.
So much fun stuff going on right now. Wrestling season starting up. Hoops is well underway. The biggest football games of the year.
Now let's see what Lindsey's got up his sleeve.
Both quarterbacks outstanding. 28 apiece. Making to Taylor. Drake Lindsey looking deep. Lofty. Downfield. Falling incomplete. Malachi Coleman, the intended receiver. And very nice coverage from Fussell.
Yeah, but Coleman made the right adjustment right at the end, and he got vertical. Now just got to go up and make that catch. But Fussell did a phenomenal job of getting his hand up there to split the receiver's hands. And that's the difference in the play, or that's a catch. Really well done. Yep, you should. That was good play.
What are we looking at here with all these deep shots down the field, the aerial attack?
This is like the old AFL.
Northwestern run defense very stout. Kilbane in on the tackle with Uline. That'll do it for the 3rd. Minnesota was up 21-13 to start the quarter. Looked like they might run away with it, but Northwestern's responded. Second straight week of the friendly confines for Northwestern. Everybody under the sun in Chicago's played here at some point. Of course, the Cubs the most, even the Bears back in the day. A Winter Classic here, that is awesome. Not to mention the Red Stars. Northwestern, the latest sporting event. Well, last time that PJ Fleck was here was for a Morgan Wallen concert a couple of years ago. Just can't beat the magic in this place. We might be in for a magical finish the way this is going right now. 3rd and long. Lindsey off target.
He had him wide open too.
Some pressure. Lindsey falling down and Miss Brockington.
And that's the difference in the play. He got pressure. You watch, he's wide open. He got pressure off the left end. It's just an errant throw.
$15 unanswered for Northwestern, and now getting the ball back. Look to receive Wilde.
Ooh, good kick.
Pushing him all the way back to 30. All right, Minnesota Northwestern locked up in a tight one. PJ Fleck thrilled to be back in his home area, and he was here back in '98 for a pretty famous moment. Earlier this week he detailed
school field trip. It was awesome.
And anytime anybody brings that up, I was like, wow, I was actually there for that game. That was a lot of fun. I wasn't one of the kids holding up the K's and, you know, in the bleachers, but we were right there.
Yeah, the 20K game for Kerry Wood. About 50 of them on a high school field trip. Can't believe there weren't that many people here, but worked out for PJ and his buddies. On the ground, Komolafe with a great cut, breaks it loose. Parrish punches it out and out of bounds.
Nice
what
job.
a break.
Nice job by Parrish. He ran him down and had the wherewithal to be able to knock that ball out. You know, this is off to the races. Now it's just speed. Who's going to win? Now watch this. He knows he has him, then he whacks the ball. Really well done. That gave him an opportunity for that ball to bounce. It went for them that went the wrong way, but a perfect punch. Really well done.
Just has a nose for the ball, but Komolafe rips off a big one.
Yep. Good job up front.
Give it back to him. He's not getting away this time. And Parrish, the finisher. Big runs, the highlight for Komolafe so far today.
Yeah, both these backs have had big runs today. This has just been 160 yards for the Wildcats today, and
you can see why PJ Fleck wanted Coy Parrish really bad coming out of Esco, Minnesota. Just a sophomore. And pass coverage here. Wilde curling again. Wilde is racking up the catches, getting close to 10.
How many yards does he have?
He's got 11 catches now. He's over 10. Well over 100 yards.
He's just running these basic routes, and the ball just coming out on time, right where it needs to be. Wilde's had himself a really good game.
And he's the #1 target. 37% of the team's receiving yards this year to lead the nation in that rate. Wilde looking a little banged up, going to the sideline, 3rd and short. Stone looking Hyman's way, dumps it off, finds Welsey, the tight end. And it looks like he got the exact line to gain. It is a first down for Northwestern.
Yeah, you're right. They have been consistent. Both these offenses have just been playing so well.
Yeah. The message from both coaches, look at all the stats right. It's going to be running the ball, conservative, defense, low scoring. Right when you think you know something.
Yeah, exactly.
So Stone goes to the sideline, back to Bo in the red zone. Ryan Bo, the redshirt freshman quarterback, rolling, dodges, Bo with a seam. Ryan Bo is leveled at the 5.
They got a first down.
He just made Anthony Smith miss pretty easily.
Yeah.
That's not easy to do. Again, this is the wrinkle for Northwestern this week. Bo hasn't played in a month. Struggles inside of the red zone. Bo, the running quarterback, changing it up. Komolafe, nothing there.
2nd and goal.
So the last time I asked you about a red zone play call, they ended up going to Wilde. Look his way again.
Well, he's been the guy all game long, and now it's a little bit different down here because it's a really short field. You're going to match everything up. Either they're going to match up, either a matchup zone, or they're going to go straight man. Let's see what they do here.
Wilde's on the sideline. It's Elegon. It is Bo. Bo with the cutback and cut down at the 2-yard line.
That was a nice play there. Where the heck is he? Baranowski. Baranowski made a really nice play by taking the outside away and forcing him to come back underneath. He didn't make the tackle, but he made the play. Watch Baranowski gets to the outside, see it, and takes that all away and forces him back inside.
Him and Parrish working in tandem there. 3rd and goal. Wilde back on the field.
Oh, wide open.
Stone, Komalafe secures. Northwestern in front.
Now, if you had told me that Northwestern was going to have 450 yards of offense in the 4th quarter with still more to go, I'd have told you you're nuts. This is unbelievable.
This isn't a dream, Wildcat fans. Offense has been buzzing.
Kansas.
28-13, 22 in a row for Komalafe and the Cats. Send them one way, go back the other. Northwestern up by a score with just over 10 to play at Wrigley Field. Northwestern with 22 unanswered after Minnesota went up by 15. And tomorrow, don't miss a volleyball doubleheader when the Gophers face Rutgers and the Wildcats battle Purdue. Live coverage beginning at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. It's been fun, huh?
Oh, this has been all you want in the game. I mean, whoever has the ball scores. Let's see if the trend continues now.
And let's check it back in with Ashley Adamson in Chicago for a thriving studio update.
Jack, Ohio State turning it up now. This will cap a 7-play, 70-yard drive. The freshman Bo Jackson in for his 2nd touchdown of the day. He's got over 100 yards, and the Buckeyes closing in on 11-0, Jack.
No surprises. Showdown with IU. Big Ten championship seems inevitable. And even the loser of that game, depending on the score, still in good position for a bye in the college football playoff. Lindsey on 1st down, Rockington the catch. So both offenses have been really good today, but Northwestern's has been better in the 2nd half. 3 straight touchdown drives.
And it's really, the quarterbacks have been phenomenal, as has the blocking up front, those offensive lines. A lot of time.
Lindsey lofting Tracy, not on the same page.
No, went the other way.
All right, a sneaky big play here. 3rd and 1. Inside of the 35-yard line with just under 10 to go.
Looks like they're going to go keep it tight.
Tush push formation. Oh, going around the edge. Boy leads ahead for the 1st down.
Nice little change up. Get to the outside, get the edge. As soon as you get the edge, you got the 1st.
And a Northwestern player down after Boy picked up the 1st down. Braden Turner, nickel for Northwestern. Football on the Big Ten Network is brought to you by DQ, Happy Tastes Good, and by White Claw, grab life by the claw. Drink responsibly. All right, Matt, when does your Christmas tree go up?
My Christmas tree goes up whenever my wife tells me to put it up.
Before Thanksgiving's acceptable, I think.
No, it's always after Thanksgiving, but.
Okay. Matt, I feel like you'd go out in the woods and just chop down your own tree.
Well, I do, actually, off my property.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It was a joke. I didn't think that was actually the case. That's awesome. Mac Uline in for the tackle for Northwestern.
It used to be awesome when the kids were little, but now it's like, I got to do this again? You got to be kidding me.
Got to keep the wife happy. Mac Uline flowing right to the ball.
Yeah, nice job of getting off the block, engaging, and then finishing that up, cleaning up that tackle.
Uline, you said it right off the top. He is as laser focused of an athlete as we've ever talked to.
Yeah, he knows he knows what's going on down there. He's in complete charge of that defense, and he sees it. And that's just, he lives it.
Lindsey looking to throw, looking deep, down the field for Coleman. Running underneath.
What a, that's a catch.
Tumbling grab.
What a catch. Great defense. They threw the flag on it. I don't know who they're going to call it on, but they were tangled up a little bit, and Coleman came down with it. What a, they're pushing each other.
That penalty
he's going to call that as a
the
hold.
result of the play is a first down.
Kept that arm underneath, and Malachi Coleman coming up with a big play.
Oh, yeah.
Matt, he has 3 catches all season coming into today.
None bigger than that. And Lindsey trusted him.
Lindsey's been willing to loft it up there.
Oh, yeah. He's
his receivers
been
go
letting
make
it
the play. Lindsey looking end zone this time. On the laser. Over to Brockington for the touchdown.
Smoked him. That corner didn't even have his head turned. The ball was in the air. Watch the route. Trying to hold that inside. See, his head's not even turned. I mean, it's as soon as he makes that break, you gotta locate the ball. He was focused on that, on the route. Never took his eyes off. Once the route develops, you have to get back to eyes to the ball.
$70 points between Minnesota and Northwestern.
Just what we thought it would be. you took the over, didn't you?
No.
Timeout on the field.
Drake Lindsey to Brockington. Both quarterbacks terrific. Two of the best games this season for each of these quarterbacks today.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting this, and they are both on. They've both thrown it 26 times. Both of them have been really, really on target. You can see no interceptions. I'm probably jinxing them, but 4 touchdowns on one side. And probably on this drive, they'll go over a 300-yard mark in passing.
Feels like whoever's going to get the ball last is going to win this one.
That's exactly right.
Still ahead, Bryce Underwood and Michigan look to keep their playoff hopes alive against Maryland. And Illinois battles Wisconsin under the lights at Camp Randall. It's all coming up on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app, man.
That's going to be a good game at 7:30. Speaking of QBs, take a good look at this. Malik Washington, Bryce Underwood, Drake Lindsey right there. Lindsey's going to pack a couple more yards on you.
If he gets the ball a couple more times, he might finish with over 300.
Yeah, I agree.
Stone completing 80% of his passes today. Hands off to Komalafe. Run game outside of some chunks for Northwestern has not been nearly as present as we thought. Aiden Guzman the tackle.
But and to their credit, they've been throwing the ball pretty darn well.
Stone looking Wildy's way. Into the pocket. All kinds of time. Stone running out. Stone will run it. Dodges ahead and dives ahead. Stone with a great gain. I believe it's enough for a first down.
That's right there.
Maybe a couple inches short. Minnesota player down.
It took a while for that to develop. And when that happens, you got a free-for-all, right, from your receivers. You're running your basic routes, and now you got to come back to help your quarterback. And so one did underneath, and that was about it. So he just took off and ran.
He's going to be a yard short. And for Minnesota, I believe that's Devin Eastern, veteran leader up front.
He's coming in the whole way.
Yeah, Eastern at the end of the play, and his head went straight down.
I think he got hit by 97 pretty good. No, it didn't.
Got undercut by his own man, Kingsbury.
Yeah.
Eastern starting alongside Jalen Logan Redding inside on that defensive line the last 3 years. He was expected to play a major role today with Northwestern's run game, although it's been the passing attack. A lot of different guys banged up at this point in the season. Even a lot of players today just going to the sideline to take a play or two off with some stingers. Hopefully Eastern's okay. Former Shakopee Sabre over to the sideline. And Northwestern's offense has third and inches. Quick snap again, and a nice push.
Did a nice job of reading it, and then he went to the right side where they, when they lined up, they had some good spacing. See to the right side? So that's what he took. Yeah, see the gap right here? That's what he's looking at.
Baranowski coming in, he just doesn't have the time to get there. Running with Komalafe, bounces outside. Nothing more. Clock approaching 6 minutes here. Perhaps now is when Northwestern gets back to its usual formula of ground and pound to try and run most of this clock out.
Try to take down as much as you can, give him as little as possible, but anything from a minute and a half on, you know, they're going to have enough time to make some throws.
Another carry. Hyman this time. Hyman with his first touchdown of the season today. Dragged down past the 50. It's a first down.
Man, nice big hole in that left side. See that? And then you just get up on him. Nice job, 65 on the backer. Really well done. That's Greg Johnson doing his job.
But there's clearly a concerted effort for Northwestern to stay on the ground here after so much success through the air the entire game. Into Minnesota territory. The backfield, Hyman going the wrong way, makes one man miss and gets a few yards back.
And Anthony Smith thought he had him in the backfield,
yes.
Then he just ran backwards. Watch this. He just ran. And able to make a miss and pick up a yard or two. Not just run away from him. That's all you do, if you can do it.
Not been an easy day for Smith. And a pass rush that's been great this year has not been able to get to Preston Stone. Stone keeps on the RPO, throwing sideline. Waiting for the signal. Yes, a catch.
And that's a first down. That's a great catch. Got a foot down. Control the ball. So here's the control right there. Feet are down. You only need one. Pull it in. It can't move. And that's perfect. Really well done.
NFL catch for Hayden Elegon.
You got it. Elegon's had himself a nice day today, too.
Wilde leading the way with 111. Elegon 107 yards. Three tight ends out there for Northwestern. Komalafe. Short gain of 3.
Two good runners. Yeah, they do a nice job, and both those runners are patient. They have good vision. They take advantage of what their offensive line is giving them.
Clock's at 3.5 minutes to go. Minnesota, all 3 timeouts. We've got the 2-minute timeout as well. But Northwestern's not slowing down.
And they can take their good old time now because they're closing in on field goal range.
Stone looking deep, stepping up, has space to run. He will. Oh, he dodges Kingsbury, but can't stay on his feet. It's a first down for Stone. Flag is out behind the play, though.
Personal foul, illegal hands to the face. Offense number 62.
Wow.
15-yard penalty, second down.
That is a huge penalty on Azomo Radikai.
Not the time to have your name called in the game for an offensive lineman. Radikai out here on the right side. Oh, you see it right there? Yep, that was it. Yeah, he got him. Right there. Just brief, but in the open.
2nd and 21. Out of fringe field goal range now, with under 3 to go. One more win for Northwestern to get to a bowl game. Short of Welsing. Flag out.
Flag out. And it looks like it's against Minnesota.
Offside. Defense number 0. Lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Anthony Smith.
Anthony Smith lined up. That gives him another shot and gives him 5 yards. He's, yeah.
That's a full yard over.
Yeah.
Trying to get a beat on Preston Stone against Smith, and the pass rush has not had their usual day today. Just 1 sack for each team. Penalties from the first quarter creeping back in late. Stone. Up the gut, Elegon. And it's Smith dropping back who wrestles him down.
Pick up a 5, so you got 2nd and 10. But they're still chipping away. Here's the route. It's just going to jump underneath it.
So Preston Stone, just looking at this, doing the math here, he doesn't have an incompletion in the second half. In Big Ten football,
did we mention that he's hot today? I mean, jeez, he's been throwing phenomenally.
You can see what they saw in Preston Stone at SMU, though.
Yeah.
Again, 2 years ago, he was an all-conference quarterback before getting benched for Kevin Jennings in a playoff team.
He looks the part.
2-minute.
Especially with this offensive line today.
What an awesome game at Wrigley. Worthy of the venue. 35-all with 2 minutes to go. The finish with Northwestern and Minnesota coming up.
70 points scored. Northwestern approaching 500 yards of offense. Exactly what we expected at Wrigley. Brock, what should we expect in the final 2 minutes?
You should expect Northwestern to get a first down and then try to kick a field goal as the clock expires, and you should expect Minnesota to hope for one last chance.
Just saying, Brock may or may not have predicted overtime. We'll see if he is in fact prescient. Coming up next, Mike Locksley in Maryland trying to upset the college football playoff apple cart by knocking off Michigan. But first, back to Jack and Matt at Wrigley.
They went to overtime the last time they played. Could be 2 in a row, this time at Wrigley. 2 minutes left.
Big down right here.
Right on the edge of field goal range. Target line the 30 for Jack Olson.
Yards of offense for Northwestern.
And they do it again. Stone. He has Wilson.
Got it.
Extra yards and a first down. Stone still doesn't have an incompletion in the second half.
That is stone cold right there. Watch the route. The route's simple route. They backed off. They let him. He just powered through that. But Stone, I mean, he's been deadly now. He's got the time. He's seeing the field. He's making his choice really well.
Wilson with the extra effort. Maybe the most patient player in college football, Hunter Wilson. He had 1 career catch in 5 years. And now he's a 6th-year senior, and he is thriving.
Yeah.
Not many guys stick around like that.
Good for him. And with that throw, Stone went over 300 yards.
Yep, over 500 yards of offense for Northwestern today. A perfect start to a great day of football on Big Ten Network. Upcoming schedule sponsored by Wendy's. Remaining games on Big Ten Network for football this year: Michigan, Maryland, Illinois, Wisconsin later today. And then next week it is Penn State and Rutgers. Maryland can be pretty tough. We'll see if Michigan keeps their playoff hopes alive.
It's at Maryland.
Yep.
Illinois at Wisconsin.
Maybe some magic at the shell. Flag out.
False start. Offense number 62. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Radikai with the false start. His hands to the face set Northwestern back, even though they converted the first down.
Yeah, we talked about him before. That might be the first time that he's offsides, though.
Minnesota with just 2 timeouts left inside of the 2-minute warning. Komalafe, patient. Minnesota swarms. Matt Kingsbury with the tackle. Second timeout for Minnesota. Step aside for a short break.
That's a great shot of the city, isn't it?
Hard to beat it. I mean, best venue for sports in Chicago, one of the best in the world. The skyline in the background.
That's just gorgeous.
Awesome work from our crew today, capturing so many of these. Second straight week at Wrigley, and our Big Ten Network crew in Northwestern making the most of it. Tied with Minnesota. One more win for a bowl game for Northwestern. Minnesota going for its first road win of the year. Second and long. Stone will run it right up the gut. Plenty of space. Leaping ahead.
Huge play right there. That was a huge play. That could guarantee the win right there. This is a much easier kick now than it was at probably around 45, 47, 46 yards. And now it's going to be a lot easier. However, they still got to kick it.
Still got to make the kick. And
nice.
Look, final ride for Preston Stone. He's going to leave everything out there.
Yeah. Great decision. And then he ran with determination.
Best game as a Northwestern Wildcat. 25 for 30, over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, and some timely runs for Stone.
Exactly.
And if they convert this first down and make the field goal, game's over.
Run the clock.
He gave him a shot with the long scramble. Komalafe tackled short. So the clock is going to wind, under a minute left, but Minnesota will get the ball back, assuming Northwestern goes for the field goal here. The field goal unit is not out there.
on.
I have a hard time believing.
Maybe they're gonna go with a hard count.
Right. All 3 timeouts worth a shot at least.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Albright under center. And a timeout. That would have been really risky.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell-like. All right, so Minnesota does get the stop. Ball placed at the 15. So it's a 33-yard try for Jack Olson to try and put Northwestern ahead. You just knew it was going to come down to the wire the way it was going.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's the way this game's gone. I mean, it's been a heck of a game. 525 yards for Northwestern and 300 yards for Minnesota. That's an 800-yard game.
Not what we had drawn up.
Yeah, exactly. 70 points between the two of them.
A gut-wrencher last week against Michigan. A 2-point loss. To take the lead, Jack Olson from 33. It's good. Northwestern takes the lead and on the verge of a bowl bid.
Let's see if Minnesota can do what they've done with the big plays. Now this one, he hit it dead down the middle. From that angle, it went right through middle, and then you know, tailing to the left. But he knew it right away.
Olson came into the game missing just 2 all year. He has been so accurate. Dealt with various injuries throughout his career, become more of a short-range kicker at the end. Started at Michigan State as a redshirt freshman. Had a very nice 6th-year senior season. And he might be the decider in this one with that field goal. But still a lot of time left for Minnesota and Drake Lindsey. A 7-minute drive, 7:27 for Northwestern, leading the clock all the way to 53 seconds.
Yeah, Parrish is going to get his chance.
He'll have a chance. Returned one all the way to the 5 earlier.
Oh, it's going to open.
Parrish. Oh, Parrish down the sideline. He's going to give Minnesota a great shot here.
Unbelievable. That's exactly what they needed. They needed that, and they got it.
Quick 15-second break.
When you've got a classic ride, you need tools you trust. Whether you drive it every day or only take it out on the biggest night of the year, count on Harbor Freight. Early Black Friday is here.
Here we go. 45 seconds left. Redshirt freshman Drake Lindsey throwing down the middle. Tracy runs under it. 3 touchdowns today, and he puts Minnesota in field goal range on 1 play.
1 throw. Now you go to the end zone. Clock stopped because they have to move the chains.
Lindsey throwing short. Oh, nearly picked. Minnesota fans wanted a flag, looked a little early as Fitzgerald went for it.
Let's take a look at it. He's throwing it back underneath. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Fitzgerald got there early.
That looked like pass interference.
Yeah.
Bang, bang. No flag. 27 seconds, 2nd and 10. Minnesota with no timeouts left. Lindsey goes short.
Keep him in bounds.
Jalen Smith goes down. Clock is running. No timeouts for the Golden Gophers. Clock at 15. And make sure you execute here.
He's 3rd down, or he's got to get it first.
10 seconds. Lindsey. They got to hurry up here.
He got nothing now.
5 seconds.
He needs to go to the end zone.
The end zone. Incomplete with 2.
1.
Oh,
1
that was
second.
so close
Yes.
to a game ender.
And now they have 35 seconds to get in and kick it. At an angle.
That was almost disaster. The PJ Flex team still has a breath and a pretty short field goal for Brady Denneberg.
It's going to be 40 yards.
The transfer from Syracuse, long of 46. From 40 to tie.
They're going to give him time to think about
and
it.
David Braun's going to ice him.
What a great game we've had.
Northwestern's going to challenge that the clock didn't run out. Ruled on the field that there's 1 tick, but David Braun wants him to take another look and see if time expired.
The only problem with that is you don't know when they said timeout to the time the official does the timeout. You know what I mean?
Again, Minnesota was really flirting with it there.
Yeah,
choosing not to spike.
We get a clock down. There's 7, 6. Incomplete. Yeah, 2, actually almost 3 seconds.
Should be 2 or 3.
After review, the ball hit the ground and the clock was at 3 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 3 seconds.
That's right.
So negligible for the situation. Denneberg to tie it. And send this to overtime.
From 40.
For OT at Wrigley.
Nope.
No good! Northwestern survives, and they're going to a bowl game.
You could not have asked for a better game. This game had everything in it.
Their first ever win at Wrigley Field. With a hometown breeze to push it wide. Sydney's with Coach Braun.
Coach Braun, the emotion is written all over your face. The program's first win at Wrigley and a bowl berth. What does this one mean to you?
It means a lot to these guys. It means a lot to all of us to secure an opportunity in the postseason with the bowl bid, to get a win for our seniors in their last home game, and for it to be in a fashion that we had to battle, scratch, and claw, and so proud of this group.
There was never a doubt from Preston Stone. Talk about the way that he just led, especially in that second half.
Yeah, Preston and I meet every week, and conversation we had this week was pretty special. That's a young man that
isn't playing in fear. He's living in freedom and confidence. And my gosh, was it fun to watch him play today.
Coach Braun, you are the first head coach in Northwestern history to make it to a bowl 2 out of the first 3 years. What does that say about this program and where it's going?
It says everything about this group of young men. We coach the best group of young men in the country. I'm so proud that we get to extend this thing, and now it's on to Illinois and trying to win the hat back.
Thank you, Coach. Congrats.
Thanks, Sydney.
He was emotional in a different way at the end of the game last week. Another thriller at Wrigley Field, and this time the Cats get it done.
Jack, this game had everything you wanted. Right down to the very end.
A look from up above at Wrigley Field, and Northwestern sending out the seniors with a bowl game. Responding after last week's heartbreak here with a 38-35 win over Minnesota. Let's send you to Big Ten Live Game Break with Rick, Jerry, and Brock after an awesome day at Wrigley.